This remarkable story begins back in 1907. It was a time of record immigration in the United States. Immigrants and their children came to America in search of a better life and education. But it was also a time when discrimination cast a dark shadow on the promise of the American dream. It was this discrimination that caused the organization's founders to band together. Jewish students from two different dental schools in Baltimore and Philadelphia were unknowingly working on a common crusade at the same time. Both groups realized the problem and responded organically, each forming its own society to combat anti-Semitic sentiment. A year later, these student groups found each other and united to form the Alpha Omega Fraternity. Before long, other Jewish students found out about the organization and joined. The organization was born out of necessity in an age of growing challenges. This early period of formation coincided with the First World War and the rise of communist Russia. These worldwide pressures helped this growing group band together. In 1918, during their convention, it was decided that all chapters would have a uniform designation using Greek letters. Alpha Omega is represented by a triangle, the sides of which are professionalism and fraternalism on a base of Judaism. The student chapters expanded, and dentists who were student members began to assist the undergraduates, providing professional support, financial aid, and social contact. By the 1920s, it was a period of growing prosperity and world recognition for the organization. Alumni members had the means and interest to help fledgling dental student groups. By its 20th birthday, they had 21 chapters, more than 1,500 alumni, and more than 500 student members. The fraternity now had houses for student use. There was national structure with officers and a constitution. Alumni chapters are formed. The organization was doing well, but in a context of uncertainty. The Great Depression, the rise of Nazi Germany, and the plight of Jewish people around the world. The continued immigration brought new members to Alpha Omega. During World War II, more than 1,800 Alpha Omegans had served in the armed forces. Students became privates and apprentice seamen. Fraternity houses became Army barracks. 19 gave their lives in the fight for democracy. The organization helped the war effort with donations of dental, medical supplies, and equipment. The aftermath of the war stunned the world and created an even stronger bond amongst Alpha Omegans. Alpha Omega became primarily an alumni organization. In war-torn Europe, Alpha Omega donated dental supplies and began a campaign to raise funds for the establishment of a dental school at Hebrew University. Alpha Omega got involved in the emerging Jewish state of Israel. It also began a transformation into a philanthropic role. At 50 years, Alpha Omega promises more progress and achievement. There is prosperity in dental practices, growth in membership and chapters, and the opening of a new dental school at Hebrew University in 1964. This decade marked a turning point in Alpha Omega from a self-help society to an organization devoted to philanthropy and community service, as well as professional excellence. In 1971, the Alpha Omega Foundation was formed to organize fundraising of gifts and grants. The foundation expanded to include the Alpha Omega Foundation of Canada, the Alpha Omega Foundation of Israel, and the London Charitable Trust. With the steady growth of chapters outside North America and increased international activity, Alpha Omega had become an organization of considerable reputation and resources. The opening of the second dental school at Tel Aviv University testified to its impact around the world. Modern immigrants from Russia and Ethiopia to Israel created an opportunity for Alpha Omega to educate, train, and improve the lives of these new Israelis. The influx of Russian immigrants into other countries prompted Alpha Omega chapters to organize pro bono programs to address their dental needs. Community service has always been a part of Alpha Omega's professional and Judaic background. Today, the focus is on community dental clinics, nursing homes and dental screenings, and care for mentally handicapped youth, all on a voluntary basis. A project to train nurses in long-term care facilities for the dental needs of their patients has been very successful. Activities like these, on behalf of others, continue to enhance the stature of the organization worldwide. Fraternities like Alpha Omega are not built in a year or even in a decade. They take time, sustained effort, and people who share in a positive vision from which they will not be deterred. May we each find in the history presented here the inspiration to build a fraternity we might yet become. Alpha Omega International Dental Fraternity. 100 years of professional excellence, community service, and philanthropy.